Hey guys, if you're looking to start a business of your own, either as a sole trader or you're potentially looking to actually start a UK limited company, then it's going to be very important that you're aware of the types of taxes that you might need to pay, okay, in either of those circumstances when you're running a business of your own, because it's going to be fundamentally important for you to be able to budget for the amount of taxes that your business is likely to need to pay at the end of every financial year. Now, there are various types of taxes that you could potentially be paying as a business owner running your business here in the UK. But if I'm being honest with you, that really depends on a number of factors. And some of those factors include how your business is structured, how much profit you're actually generating from that business, and also whether or not you choose to withdraw money from that business or not. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Tess and I'm a UK-based qualified accountant. And on this channel, I share weekly videos to help fellow entrepreneurs like yourself. If you ever want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, then please use the link directly in the description box below, and it will also be pinned in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos like this, then please do make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. Now, the first tax we're going to be talking about today is income tax. Now, there are two ways you can potentially encounter this when running your business. The first way is if you're working as a sole trader, or if you're working as a freelancer, or if you're self-employed, then you will essentially be paying income tax on any income that is more than your personal allowance. The second way you can encounter income tax when running your business in the UK is basically when you're an employer. Now, basically, this means that any employee that you hire within your business will be paying income tax on any income that's earned over their personal allowance threshold. And this income tax will be deducted from their pay and will be collected by HMRC. These are two ways that you could potentially be exposed to having to pay income tax when running your business here in the UK. Now, the second type of tax that you're likely to encounter when running your business here in the UK is business rates. Now, business rates is a specific type of tax that you will usually have to pay if you have a physical based premises. Okay, so if you have an office, a physical location from your office where your clients go to see you and buy goods or services from you, or if you run a restaurant, or if you have a barber shop or something like that that's on the high street and clients know this as your visible base of location, then it's very likely that you will be paying business rates. Now, business rates is a type of tax that you would usually pay over to your local council. So if you, for instance, are based in the Bexley-Heath region in London, for instance, and your business is based there, you will be paying business rates to Bexley Council, for instance. Okay, so this is just a very random example that I'm using to illustrate how it would work. So it really depends on what location in the UK your physical premises is based on, but this business rate is definitely a type of tax that most business owners would be looking at paying, particularly for those that have a physical location. Now, very swiftly is a third type of tax that you might have to pay. Okay, now the third type of tax you might have to pay is something known as dividend tax. Now, assuming you pay yourself dividends as a business owner, then it's very likely that you may have to potentially pay what is known as dividend tax. Okay, and that falls when you actually pay yourself anything above £1,000, okay, which is currently what is the dividend allowance for the 2023-2024 tax year. So if you're obviously paying yourself anything up to £1,000 as dividend, then you don't need to worry about paying tax on those dividends. But if you're paying yourself anything above £1,000 as dividends, okay, in this particular financial year, then you are actually going to be incurring tax on anything above that £1,000 limit. Now, your dividend tax rate will depend on what income tax band you fall into. Now, you could potentially be looking at paying a dividend tax rate of anywhere from 8% right up to 39%. Okay, so depending on where your income tax band actually falls into will heavily depend on what rate you will potentially have to pay on any excess dividends that you take out above £1,000, okay, in this financial year. Next tax I think all business owners should know about is capital gains tax. Now, capital gains tax is a kind of tax that you pay whenever you sell an asset, okay? So that asset could be, for instance, when you sell shares. Now, provided that particular asset has actually increased in value over the period of you owning it before you sell it, you will have to, in most cases, pay what is known as capital gains tax. Now, I appreciate this type of tax is not for every single type of business owner out there, but it's still important to be aware of some of the cases where you can find yourself potentially being in a position where you might have to pay capital gains tax on whatever asset it is that you are selling. Now, some examples of this might be land and building, plant and machinery, registered trademark, or indeed, like I mentioned before, when you are selling shares. Okay, so these are some of the categories that you might potentially fall into and find yourself in a position where you are subject and liable to pay capital gains tax on any earnings and profit that you make on any of these types of assets categories that you may potentially be responsible for. The next type of tax you could potentially find yourself being in a position where you're liable to pay it is national insurance, okay? So making national insurance contributions. Now, as with income tax, there are two main ways that you can find yourself being in a position where you're actually liable to make national insurance contributions. The first way is if you are a sole trader, a freelancer, or indeed you operate as a self-employed person, then you would need to pay what is known as Class 2 and Class 4 national insurance contributions on the income that you are earning, okay? And the main way you'll be doing this is submitting your self-assessment tax returns. Now, the second way you can encounter this when running your business is as an employer. Okay, so as an employer, you would also have to make employer contributions as part of those national insurance contributions. Okay, so there are employee national insurance contributions and there are also employer national insurance contributions, which you as an employer running that business and having employees would also have to pay. So this means that you need to be registered for PAYE with HMRC if indeed you have any directors or any employees that you are looking to make payments to as part of running your business. Now, we can't talk about tax without talking about allowable expenses. And if you'd like to learn all about what this is and how it could be beneficial to you and your business, then make sure you watch the video that pops up right here, where you get more information on what allowable expenditure might be beneficial to you and your business. Now, of course, these are some of the few taxes that I think are very, very important for you to be aware about if you are someone who is looking to start a business here in the UK. Okay, you might be someone who's currently based abroad internationally and you are stuck and you're unsure of what and where to start in terms of how to actually start up your business. There are a few videos I have already made to help those who are looking to start their businesses here in the UK, so please do check out my channel for that. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please do make sure you give this video a big like. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you share this video with someone else who might benefit from it, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see more videos from this channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day. I will see you in my next video.